Hello everyone and welcome to another session of the High on the Alexander campaign. For some reason it's hard for me to get the campaign's name rolling this time. High on Alexander. I knew it wasn't that perfect. Like for some reason when I just even think Pope converts the word or something like that, it just rolls off the tongue. But this one just not going as well. Anyway, we're about to have an absolutist revolution, which is probably not going to be a huge deal. And right after that, we're going to be following into Alexander's footsteps from the place more or less he ended. We're maybe going to try to invade into Makran, and from there maybe going a bit deeper, which is going to be a bit closer than Indochina anyway, so that might be a pretty decent idea, because apparently the Ottomans are the Chadmen of Europe instead of being the Stickmen of Europe. I mean, they got Morocco, they got Egypt. I think they got some other stuff in... How's this block looking? Oh my god, look at this! They're just going for everything. Like, right now, they have the biggest chunk of Africa out of every great power. And they're not a great power yet, but they're pretty darn close. They actually might become one pretty soon. Okay. Anyways, let's deal with this revolution real quick. Really shouldn't be an issue. They just revolted in one state, luckily. Just the landowners who have very little clout supporting them. Expanded, they're doing their stuff. Russia granted me market control. Why? I could try to sway the Ottomans. Yeah, I'm sure there's something you guys would want. Why is Russia sabotaging me again? Well, anyways, let's just this war done as soon as possible. Why? Why did the Russians do this? What? I want back in the market. Actually, I could do this. If you're going to decline, then it would make sense for me to do this. Yeah, they just hate me, so... I mean, frankly, that's... Yeah, we have cordial relations. Some people might be a bit annoyed with the relations with Russia dropping. But they didn't even drop, so that's fine. Okay, now we have problems with this as well. Is there any way I can get just a tiny bit more? Any other combination maybe? No. Yeah, I mean this would work, but this is not really helpful. I guess I can go into this, and the chance is still actually not too bad. Somehow, landowners are still giving their opposition. Yeah, a bit more mortality is going to be fine. Yeah, luckily the AI for the rebellion is not going to be handling this war quite well. Well, the stall is still huge. Turkish national movement is also increasing, by the way. Why did Russia... Why is my Overlord actively trying to hamper me every opportunity they get? Yeah, luckily the rebellions put all of their troops against the Aegean Islands. And I don't think that's the winning move. The war is going to be over in like 2 battles. Because we're just going to be pushing to one state. And as long as they don't get this time, the islands in the meantime, it's just going to be over. And they don't even have generals in here. Okay, so we need 2 more battles to finish this. But okay, this is going to be as quick as possible. Luckily, Luckily for Russia, they managed to maximize damage it's going to deal to my economy. Oh my, look at this dip. And can now put back into the Russian market, please? I mean, frankly, it's probably doing wonders for my liberty desire. Permitted, but I don't want my own market. Is there like request military assistance? I mean, even the power block has a market unification. What? Okay, this is weird and very annoying. Okay, let's let the game tick for a second and see if they maybe decide to get me back in. And let's see if I can get intelligentsia in here as well. Yeah, this probably is better just for the percentage here. Okay, Ottomans are embargoing me. Yeah, all of my import of iron actually got removed. Guess I'm trading with Russia. What? Why did they remove me from the market in the first place? I'm very confused, I have to say. Okay, another stall. Still not the worst one, but it's... I guess I got one success at some point. Legitimate government. I guess I'm not going to be happy with this. It's interesting how hard for me to it is to get a working government when I have oligarchy. Yeah, only intelligentsia supports this, I think, right? Right. And there's no combination where this actually works. Yes, I guess I have to go for this. And raise taxes, I suppose? Even then it's... Yeah, we have a bit of a problem. How do I need this one? I guess for the mines and so on. I could be producing a lot of this, but I don't have any steel. I should be producing a decent amount, but they are employing people. There's a problem with iron as well. Wait, Albania? Yeah, I will be getting more iron. Okay. Did the Russians just actually kill me with this? Is there no way to like request back into the market? I don't like having problems with fleet. Or is it because they don't like me enough? I mean, they actually don't really hate me. They're still protective. This is granted to Montenegro, but Montenegro has no access to the market, so it makes sense. But why did they do this to me? Especially at the start of the Civil War, where nothing really changed when it comes to... I did... Wait, where's my capital right now? Okay, it's back in Athens. I mean, this is a real problem. I guess I just keep going for the time being. Might as well stop this. Maybe they need to like me more? See, there's no option to actually get back into the market. One Lynch. I mean, plus 15% in this situation is not going to mean much. This is fine. The problem is the market is destroyed. I cannot lose legitimacy. But it's strengthening the position of the church. Maybe that was a mistake. So just continuing to look worse and worse. Yeah, I need to... It's not even possible for me to import that much of this stuff, which is... Yeah, the Brits have some ammunition. I need guns. I need sulfur. I need dyes, engines. Engines are pretty hard to get from anywhere. There's actually some useful companies, actually. Wait. I guess this one would be better for the time being. Oh my god, no, I cannot pay that right now. Okay, those are not useful. Russia is not even willing to trade with me, what? I apparently even need men of wars. This is some kind of weird interaction where they have market unification, which grants customs union, and I'm their subject in the power block, which is making something strange as a result. Investment private construction is also paused. The whole nation is just a complete mess. Oh, a lot of my edicts went away. I guess because they were on Athens, so that makes sense. Okay, I'm back in the Russian market. Thank God. Wow. We are starting to make money again. Wow. I lost all greener grass campaigns, I guess. Okay, we're saved, I think. Opium? Opium is not as good as services. It is slightly better than tobacco, but the difference is small enough that probably not even going to... Well, I just get both. And start paying down. Oh, wow. Russia wouldn't be able to deal more damage to me if they just tried. Still no way to get intelligence in the government. A lot of people are market liberals. Okay, I guess because I need to be doing something, let's try to go for a quick war against Macron. Yes, maybe it will be fine. But you guys aren't even going to get extra supplies because you're the elite squad. And yeah, Khalad is joining, but that's fine. Actually, I might go for all of them at once. And actually, we will have a land border. Like, no, actually, they're going to have a land border with the other rest of the market, but we don't have a land border with the rest of the market. So this is not going to be ideal, because that means a direct border with Russia. No, Persia will not join wars. In some cases, though, they are a puppet. Sometimes they will join. I will deal with it when it comes to that problem. Oh, I still cannot get Bumpur, even though I am at war with them in this way, because I don't have a war goal. I'm not sure if I will be able to get it. Yeah, those guys joined. We'll see how much of a problem it's going to be in reality. And for the time being, they're not even mobilizing. And that might not change. And can I move actually like closer? No. Oh, actually, I can get this now. I'm not going to be bullying Punjab. So at least eventually they will just leave. And if I got those free, that would be at least a step in a direction somewhere. Those guys are back. I actually got 2 wins here. Okay, that's pretty lucky, honestly. Now I'm almost there when it comes to Parliamentary Republic, which is going to be interesting how it ends up panning out, considering I'm still on an oligarchy. So, and I guess in the headcanon we're not really a republic. We're just more like just an oligarchy, quite officially. I guess maybe something like Venice during the Middle Ages. No, not a monarchy, but not really an actual democratic republic. Okay, this is going to be pretty important to see what I get here. Private construction is kind of get themselves up. And they're really not making that much money. Okay. The unfortunate thing is, I will need those guys in case of a fight. And the problem is, do I invade? No, Bahrain is allied to Russia. Russian states are allied to Great Britain. Oman is allied to Ottomans. Against Matrak, potentially? Because I want the base in here. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to try to make this landing. See if it works. It might not. Let's see. How much will I pay for this? Not that much. I do have 50 units now. Okay, I can make them like me a bit more. We'll gain a setback. And make the landowners like me more, but this landowners liking me more is not going to change anything. They're still going to be opposing in the exact same way, and anyways, their cloud is so small it doesn't really matter. Yeah, this is a pretty bad style event for me. Like, wow, that was a lot of damage to my chances of actually getting this through. Would be much better situation if I could get actually intelligence and government. I guess there is one way to do it, which is to lower taxes. And I think I might have to do it. Let's see if there's someone who still remembers the Greco-Bactrians in this area. I think the Greco-Bactrian kingdoms were around this area, I think. So, well, we are on our way, I suppose. Yeah. Our situation got horrible. This civil war had some unexpected consequences, which turned out, yeah, they were kind of rough. On the other hand, the Ottomans only have about twice the numbers advantage over me, which is an improvement. And the problem for those guys is going to be, yeah, they can make a landing, I'm pretty sure. But what then? They will need to hang on for like 10 weeks before those guys come. Maybe they will be able to. Yeah, because now they are just all moving in here. So might as well push the defense. Is this better? Yeah, it does seem like it's better. And I want to delay them. Maybe they will be able to get there. 3 months. And my convoys. Oh, wow. That's not good. I mean, I think that's actually not that hurt. Not that bad when it comes to my units. Well, ideally, I would solve it though. Let's put a port everywhere. Naval bases right now. How much am I going to be suffering? 8k in interest. I need to remove my interest. Maybe I should have gone just to make them pay me money. And we are holding our own though, so that's just good, I think. Yeah, another question is, am I going to be integrating those states or not? I mean, I probably shouldn't. Oh my god, now those guys are... This -5 is good. But then what's the point of conquering those free states if I'm not going to be getting taxes from them? I mean, some of them are going to be migrating, but not necessarily to Greece. They might migrate to anywhere else in the Russian market. Okay, they might actually be able to make it. Seems like the skirmishers... Yeah, I'm again underestimating skirmishers. Though they probably would have been able to push if they really focus. And they do have irregulars. And irregulars are much weaker than line infantry. Yeah, the brave. The 3000 holding the hot gates at Bampur, I guess. There's no really detailed explanation of the region. Okay, let's try to get Intelligentsia in for a last minute hurrah. This is basically an unofficial coup. It just might work though. Okay, a lot of people got really pissed from this. Petit bourgeoisie, can I make you not hate me this much? Yes. So this helped a little bit. And Intelligentsia is immediately losing clout or something, but not sure what's going on. So in 30 days, the fate of the Hellenic Republic is going to be deciding. The Hellenic Republic in quotation marks, I suppose. Depends on your definition of a republic. Okay, this went... The war, at least, went much better than I thought it would. So maybe I'll be going on a bit of a conquest in this area. Yeah, the great game of Afghanistan is going to be won by Greece. Why not? Oh, wow. We just got it. And Bosniaks love it so much, they're immediately going in. And now we can just go into this. I guess the king just became chancellor? Yeah, we don't have elections, so does that mean he just rules for life? At least. Yeah, the good thing is we no longer get a ton of legitimacy based on... Yeah, based on the head of state. So this is 20. Yeah, but now it comes from votes. The problem is we don't vote. And people really don't like a lot of the voting options. Maybe this wasn't as good idea as I hoped it would be. And maybe I will let it simmer a little bit. Other people are really angry right now. Absolutists are chilling, luckily, because after removing the monarchy, they just kind of give up, I suppose. Yeah, Punjab is actually mobilizing their troops now that we're on their actual border, but this is a bit too little too late. Too bad that my troops didn't actually decide to follow this front line immediately, because at this point they might be able to retake all of this before I even show up. Yep. Oh my god damn it. And now those armies are back in Greece. How do you win in this game? Okay, I think I've been a bit too negative. White peace. No, I reject white peace. Oh my god. Yeah, and now I need to do a naval invasion all over again. And all of this is occupied, which means devastation is going to be increasing. This is so stupid. And the only reason they got teleported back is because they just didn't follow the front line when it was... Actually not sure why. Maybe it was because the... Something like with this interaction of those going for those two provinces at once. I think at this point the only way for me to win is if Balochistan actually... is forced out. Yeah, cannot spend money on it, I think. You... One is going away. Fine. Goodbye. Yeah, actually, I don't think I need this. I kind of need this. Not really, but kind of. Because I don't need the ports that much. Yeah, they're not going to force... I mean, I have the time to get this done. It's really annoying when I almost got it. And the game just decided to take it away from me. They were at minus 73. And before those guys are forced out, it's going to be a long time. Yeah, I guess I can kill some of them. It's going to improve the situation. guess I need loyalists. And frankly, the amount of radicals has been going down quite steadily. And the population has been improving from the migrations. There is... Okay, we managed to land again. Where are you guys? Wait. Okay. Okay, we don't... It's just UI bug again. No, we're not going for white piece. You might have the game on your side, but still going to win eventually. Yeah, lost a lot of authority, unfortunately, which is very, very bad, but can remove social mobilities, I guess. I think I want migration more at this point. Yeah, tobacco is not even giving me that much money. Might as well go down with this. People's reactions are improving. Yeah, I can get decent government. Not great, but okay. Yeah, people are already liking me more and more. Militarized industry 2, which is the good one. And I think I can raise taxes as well, which means we're actually going to be making money. And they actually might capitulate before they get to minus 100 war support. Actually, I'm not sure. Does capitulation desire matter when they're not negotiating participant? Well, I'm about to find out anyways, so that's fine. I wonder what's going to happen. Yeah, I mean, they might not send this 51k, to be honest. Despite mobilizing it first. Actually, I probably should have switched this army to get a few more troops, though they might have lost some of them fighting. Possibly. Yeah, I really didn't lose that many people here. 5,000? Some low intensity fighting. Oh, we're actually losing this one. They do have line infantry. Yeah, this is close. But unfortunately, yeah, they're going to get it. A bit more luck, I might have been able to snack it through. And this is probably, yeah, this would probably help a lot with some of this fighting. Yeah, there's a lot of problems currently with Greece, unfortunately. A lot of economical damage has happened. Still not getting much forward when it comes to fighting the Ottomans. Still need more troops. Though, I mean, 50 battalions is something. They are a great power. Yeah, they reformed, right? Yeah, I think they reformed. The one time. And they even lost 3 states, which, I mean, granted, it's not that much in the grand scheme of things. But usually you'll even have to touch them and they collapse. And here they just doing great. Thriving, really. It's only France that's actually getting into Africa through Senegal, which is, like, technically speaking, they're just conquering desert over here. Great Britain is just not interested. They had a civil war. And not much else is happening. Okay, so we got this again. This time nobody even cares? Wait, the Russian market balance is minus 150? Yeah, this market is bleeding money. I didn't even know you can check this. This is interesting. Okay, so nobody cares. People are dying from devastation. And let's see population. It's going down. Oh yeah, those guys are out. Which the Punjab going out was what made them think that, oh yeah, we might want to push the Greeks out. Luckily they actually managed to regather their numbers, so the defense should be fine. If it was before, I mean, I don't think there's anything that worsened the situation. If anything, they probably have more experience, and it does matter in this game a little bit. Yeah, they're getting crushed. Wow, it's like 10-1. Wow, that's pretty damn good. Yeah, problems with convoys again. Joining the Russian wars. And Russia is trying to save Mexico again. Getting us into it. They're actually a participant now. But it seems like the AI is much more willing to go like for negotiated pieces, which, I mean, I wouldn't be against it in general. The problem is they go about it in a really weird way. The church is making demands. Yeah, Parliamentary Republic is not as good without having an actual vote, huh? Maybe I should have gone for theocracy, but then removing the religion would have been even more difficult. Granted, getting some minorities will help against the church, because they're going to have the other traditionalist ideology. Okay, now this is going to be over in a second. We could get the Home Affairs boosted. Not right now, I think. Yeah, I have some timed modifiers, so this will clean itself up. I mean, it's going to be a win of some kind. And that's like 1 million people in here. Could continue and go into Kabul. Recreating, yeah, the Greco-Bactrian kingdom, basically. And what do I want now? They want to continue going into society. There's nothing I really want from here. But I might just want to go into the next era in production, I think. Military! I mean, I don't think it really matters. Military statistics would be nice, but it's so far away. At this whole time I have no construction going, which is pretty unfortunate. I need to remember to change all of my production methods, but it might wait a second, I think. Okay, we finally got it. We have a Greece on the map someplace else than just the basic Greece. Will Russia care much if I just go for this? They will care a little bit, but not enough, apparently. Or do I just go for Kabulistan over here? The Ottomans might support them. And they might accept, though. Military power difference. They fear the Greeks. Okay, I need to think about what do I want to do next. Actually, Sindh... Would I be able to go into Sindh? Yes, actually. And this is 2 million people. It sets me up close to Great Britain, but they wouldn't... Like, if they attacked me, that would involve Russia as well. And Great Britain is not that strong. 90 battalions. Oh wait, that's Rush. 160. Okay, that's more like Great Britain, I'd know. But with a bit of my help, Russia might be able to hold their own. Yes, Sindh is an interesting target. And of course there's also Indochina. Do I need to go all the way down to Malaysia for my opium? I don't think so, right? I don't think it grows there. Potentials. No, but close enough. Actually, this is the first provinces, opium producing provinces we got, so this is win in even more ways than I thought. We might actually get a claim on this pretty soon. Yeah, I need to think about which direction I want to go. Maybe I would just commit, build like additional 20 units, 30 units, and try to go against the Ottomans. We got 10 already, which just need to be upgraded. I really need to pay down. Actually, I probably will focus on some colonial wars a bit more, just to pay down the debt. On the other hand, I don't have any infamy, and conquering those states will be much more valuable than anything in this area. Who would help you? Sardinia, Piedmont. Which, I mean, they say they might help, but it's remains a question if they actually would. Great Britain might actually help. Oh yeah, we are in a war, so that might be causing some issues with their relations to us. I might just start sucking up to them, to be honest. Oh yeah, we must not be at war. This is a reasonable demand. You guys just demobilize instantly. Yeah, you guys can return there. You guys can stay here for the time being. And demobilize as well. We shall see. This is definitely an interesting campaign. The world is already starting to look weird in all kinds of ways. I really don't like that I have 0 infamy. It feels like a waste. It's already 1870. Oh god damn it. Time flies way too fast in this game. But yeah, GG, and see you guys in the next one.